guys, it's me Courtney and welcome to my channel. I feel like it's been so long, I missed you guys. Usually I don't do like get ready with me style videos, but I feel like since I've been away for a minute from YouTube, I'm gonna go ahead and do that today. Also, I'm going to be recreating a look that I did about a month or two ago with the Rustic palette from Dominique Cosmetics. But yeah, so if you are interested in that, then please continue to watch. All right, so first things first that I wanted to talk about was essentially like why I was kind of absent for a little bit. I kind of described it in one of my last videos in the description box. I did have to move. Recently my husband got a promotion and we ended up moving from Columbus, Georgia to Atlanta, Georgia. Originally I am from Atlanta and I feel like just being back here, like I'm not mad at her or anything, like I do love Atlanta, but it's just like it's such a shock from what it used to be like when I was growing up. For one, I feel like the traffic has gotten insane crazy, and I feel like so many people that I meet now aren't even really from Atlanta. It's good to see Atlanta expand and grow and have different cultures and new kind of people, but it's just really weird. It's so different from when I grew up. It's like, it's insane. But yeah, so we ended up moving, but it wasn't like a planned move. Like his job literally was like, hey, do you want this position, and then if you do, we need you there like next week. It was sort of like a drop everything that you're doing and move kind of situation, and it was a little hectic, and it still is a little bit. My kids just went back to school yesterday, but when we got here we had to get them registered because they start earlier in Atlanta than they do where we were, so it's like a whole thing. I feel like I've just been trying to really catch up with like everything. Including all these makeup launches, specifically foundation. I feel like they're coming out with a new foundation every week. I'm here for it on one hand because I feel like the more options you have, the better. And I feel like it's gonna get to a point where, you know, once my daughter's at an age to really wear makeup, she's gonna have so many choices. It's headed in the right direction. Every brand is coming out with like tons of foundations. But then in the same token, I feel like maybe it's becoming a little oversaturated. You know what I mean? But I don't know, I guess it's one of those things, you know, like which would you prefer? I would prefer it be oversaturated with a bunch of different choices, different colors, different tones, that kind of thing, than to really, you know, only have a handful of people that these brands cater to. You know what I mean? Which, by the way, I am gonna have videos coming out here soon. I've tried out so many foundations. I do have reviews coming. I've tried the Pat McGrath foundation out, the Urban Decay foundation, the new Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation. All these launches, I think people are just really interested in complexion products as of late, which I'm a avid like foundation buyer. Only because I just feel like, I don't know, sometimes I like my skin to be really matte looking, sometimes I like it to be dewy and glowy and shiny, you know what I mean? Sometimes lightweight foundation, sometimes I like a really heavy look. And like I said, I do enjoy having options. But you guys know what foundation I'm really interested in trying, I'm sure a lot of people are, is the new Fenty foundation. Mainly because it's a like luminous dewy skin foundation, and you guys know like I have dry skin. Honestly, like I know a lot of people thought the original Fenty foundation was super dry, but I didn't really get that, especially with the primer. Like I felt like it was a moisturizing enough primer that it wasn't too matte on my face. Okay, so this is the Dominique Cosmetics Rustic palette. This is the palette that we're mainly going to be using today. In the original look, I use this color right here, which is Free Spirit, but it, to me, doesn't pack as much punch as I would like it to. Like it's one of those really light, powdery, dusty colors, and even with the base it doesn't stick evenly and it doesn't brighten like I wanted it to. So I'm actually gonna end up going into my Riviera palette, and I'm gonna use this color right here, Sails, to sort of brighten up that inner part instead. Even though like this palette does have like a little bit of issues with its pigment in the lighter colors, I still feel like it's a really beautiful palette. I just feel like lately I haven't been super inspired by the palettes that are coming out. I know Jackie Aina's coming out with one. I'm pretty sure it's out already. It's a cute palette, but it's like, do I need it? You know what I mean? And do I not have those colors anywhere else in my collection? And the only color that I feel like I don't have would be like that red color. But then I think about the Pat McGrath palette. I think it's Bronze Seduction palette. And that one has like a cranberry bright red color in there as well. So it's like, I don't know. I'm deciding whether I want to buy it. I think it's going to be in stores, and I think I'm going to swatch it and see. Because I love Anastasia Beverly Hills shadows. I feel like I'm going to swatch it and just be like, yep, let me get it. Now, I did want to show you guys, like, this palette has a ton of fallout. Y'all see that? I don't know if it's like the same formula as her other palettes. It does feel a little bit different, but I mean, like I said, I still like the colors and I do overall like the palette. And I feel like blues and purples are always the hardest to really, you know, do. But I really don't think that this palette is better than the Berries and Cream palette. I think the Berries and Cream palette was like on point. All right, so now I'm gonna take the Riviera palette and I'm gonna go into the color Sales right here, just to brighten up that inner portion. I'm gonna do it kind of like a cut crease. I'm gonna go back into the Rustic palette and take Dreamcatcher on the middle portion and then just sort of blend everything together. So the next thing I'm gonna take is my Fenty Beauty Liquid Liner, which I'm not a huge fan of, but this is like the only white liner I have that can go over this. And I'm gonna try to do like just a small wing. And we'll see if it works today. It is a little wonky, but I'm gonna go ahead, let this dry, put on my lashes, and do my other eye real quick off camera. I'll be back. I feel like I kind of went a little bit too over on this side. It feels a little bit droopy, but I feel like lashes always make a look better. Did that sound right? Anyway, all right, let me go ahead and get this face on. So the next thing I'm gonna use is this new Makeup Forever foundation. This one is like the Matte Velvet Skin, but in powder form, and I've just been really curious to try this out. It's been getting really good reviews. Whoa. All right, coverage. One thing that did happen while we were on like a little hiatus, me and my husband did take a little mini weekend vacation. We went wine tasting, we got to chill at the pool for a little bit, and it's like you never really know how much you need a vacation until you get one. But me and him were like, we're gonna make it a point to do that more often. I just feel like with life, it gets so hectic and you get so caught up in whatever that we always forget to take care of ourselves. Take some time off and really get your mind right. I'm a firm believer in like self-care and like really taking care of your mind, your skin, your body, your spirit, like all of that. Anyway, so we went to the Chateau Elan. We did wine tasting, and that was the first time I actually went wine tasting. I am a drinker and connoisseur of sweet wines. I like them like Moscatos. I like D'Asti. I got to try like Chardonnays and Rosés I've never had before. Like, I'm very like a creature of habit. So I really got to taste some different kinds of wines, and for the record, I don't like a lot of them. And it's so funny because they give you like a little tiny swig in each one. And at the place we were at, they let you taste like at least 7. And when I was drinking, like, I didn't realize that I was tipsy until it was too late. No, but yeah, it was like little tiny swigs, and you don't realize like you're slowly kind of getting gone a little bit. But it was really fun. I like how everything is working with each other so far. I like the way my skin looks and feels. It's real smooth. I like it. I feel like my face has gotten a little bit whiter. Like, I haven't been eating the best lately. About, what was it, 3 or 4 months ago, I went on keto, and that worked. It really worked well. But I feel like with keto, what ends up happening, at least with me, is because I have such a sweet tooth, after a while I get really bored and sick of it. So it's not like a everyday lifestyle thing for me. But then once I got off of keto and went back to eating my regular food, I gained weight again. Which, I mean, that's why people say you shouldn't diet anyway, just because like once you start eating your regular stuff, you're gonna, you know, go back to your weight essentially. You're gonna gain your weight back. And I knew that. Like, I just full on thought I was gonna have like a different outcome, just because like I was kind of, keto does make you ready to, it's like a cleanse. Keto for me was like a cleanse, and I just knew that like once I got off of keto I was gonna be eating better, and I definitely didn't. So now I'm on this thing where I am trying to eat a little bit better, and I'm actually working out again, so that's good. I have lost like a few pounds. I think for me, and for a lot of people probably, we just want like a really quick fix and not have to really think about what we're doing. But honestly, there is no quick fix. You really gotta buckle down and like exercise and eat the right things, and honestly just make good decisions, you know? And I'm just a poor decision maker. That's really what it comes down to. But yeah, I've been doing better lately, and hopefully like the weight starts coming off a little bit. Again, as far as like launches go, I'm not really sure. Like I told you guys, the main launches that I'm gonna be interested in and the ones that I'm gonna be doing, like the Fenty one, especially when she comes out with those blushes, I'm all the way here for it. But I mean, other than that, I haven't seen a ton of palettes I'm interested in. I haven't seen a ton of like even skincare, which I'm constantly on the look for. Like I haven't seen a lot of skincare that doesn't look gimmicky, if that makes sense. I don't know, I'm not the kind of person that buys into gimmicky products, and it's like the more gimmicky a product is, the less likely I'm even going to look at it. All these palettes that have like Kush, watermelon, and all this stuff, I'm just less and less interested in it. Or those palettes that are like hamburger and pizza palettes, and it's funny because like those things could probably be really good palettes. I will never know because I'm not gonna buy a pizza palette. I'm not gonna buy a hamburger palette. It's just not gonna happen. I think now they even have a taco palette, and I'm just like, I mean, I get it, it's cute, it's kitschy, but I just, I don't know, something about that just irritates me. Am I the only one? Okay, so I'm gonna take a white liner just to brighten it up even more. I think I'm excited to be here, especially because like I came from a smaller town and there wasn't much to do. Not a lot of places to eat. I mean, there was a lot of people and the people were nice or whatever, but it's just, I guess because I'm in Atlanta now, I know I can kind of get up and get out and do something. So I am excited to be in a bigger city, do some other things, food especially, because it's such an eclectic city. Like I have more varieties to choose from as far as food. So if you are in the Atlanta area and you know some really good nail spots, I need a really good nail spot. And I also need like food places. Like I'm into Mexican food, Italian food, Japanese, Chinese, anything. Like I am a foodie, and especially I need a barbecue place to go to, because where I was at there was like no good ones. So yeah, if you guys are in the Atlanta area and y'all know of some places, or if y'all even just know of some places in general, even if you're not from Atlanta, let me know in the comments, because I'm excited about that aspect of being here. Not excited about the traffic. But the food though. Speaking of food, I was gonna do like a little mukbang with my husband, and we were thinking like maybe we could do a game, or maybe we should do like some talking points as far as like relationship advice, or I don't know, natural hair advice. I don't know, just something. Me and my husband are like really deep into like food, and like when we order, like me and him sit down and order food, just the two of us, we'll get like a ton of different stuff. But yeah, so we were gonna record that, and yeah, I just don't know what topic or anything that we would like be talking about. That's the thing. So I gotta think about that, or y'all can let me know in the comments as well, like if y'all have like something y'all want me to talk about with my husband, we can do that. All right, so to put on my last little touches, I'm gonna go back into the Makeup Forever powder and just sort of melt everything together. I'm using this as a topper now. Usually when I use a powder on top, it's to blend everything together and also to like nullify a little bit. A lot of times I know like I go ham with bronzer and stuff. I have a big forehead, so I like to bring my bronzer and contour a little bit lower so I can sort of have a shadow coming down, and you're more focused on this area than this area. So like if I go too ham with the bronzer or whatever, I always like to take a powder and like just buff everything out. So I'm gonna take this kind of gold gloss. This one's from Becca. I feel like these glosses are slept on. They're so good. Look at that. All right, guys, this is the final look. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this kind of video. I did want to do like a get ready with me where I kind of talk a little bit more about myself, where I'm from and why I started YouTube. I've been meaning to do that kind of video forever. And I always forget, or there's just other stuff that comes up. Also, let me know what you guys think about the new background. It's a little less bright than just my regular white background, but I think it's a little different than what you guys see on YouTube on the daily. Anywho, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Leave comments, questions, concerns in the comments below. What do I usually say? You know it's bad when you forget your outro. Like, it's been that long that I do not remember my outro. Alright guys, that about does it for me. Hopefully this video was fun. If so, please give me a thumbs up. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Share the video if the mood suits you, and I will see you guys in the next one. I remembered it that time. Bye.